Hello there, I'm Cheryl. Welcome to Your Journey Yoga. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to get right into it really. So if you need to add a few extra stretches in there before we really get into it, you're welcome to do that. Nothing too strenuous to begin, but you know me well enough to know that. I hope you have had a wonderful morning. If you are just rolling out of bed, good for you, great way to start the day. If it's the end of your day, this is actually going to be a really good flow to help you get a better night's sleep and just feel better. Square your head around what's happened in the day, finding balance in your life, and just a smile on your face. So as I said, I'm Cheryl. Thanks for being here. Water handy. If you need props, please feel free to grab whatever you need. One of the beautiful things about this is you can just put me on pause. Just make sure you hit play again. Yeah, if you need a towel, a blanket, a strap, a block, whatever you need, let's get going. So we're going to start in tabletop. So on the hands and knees, hands are going to be shoulder width apart, knees are going to be hip width, core is nice and strong. I just want you to feel the strength within this pose as you lift out of the shoulders and you lengthen through the crown of the head, drawing your belly button in and up. Take a big breath in and gently press the belly towards the floor as you lift your gaze and your sit bones to the sky. Cow. As you exhale, hollow the tummy and chest, lift your spine towards the ceiling, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone to cat. Inhaling back to cow, keeping the core strong. Exhaling and hollowing to cat. So you're moving at the pace of your breath, articulating those vertebrae one at a time, and we're just really working to get the kinks out of the back. It's a really gentle stretch, a wonderful stretch to do every day. Let's do one more of each. Keeping that core strong, just slow moving at the pace of your breath. So really making those exhales and those inhales last to the top of the pose. Coming back to neutral. Core strong, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, this time draw that left ear towards the left hip, hip towards the ear. So rather than turning your face, reach with your ear and draw that hip towards your ear. Should feel space between the ribs on that right side and a real activation of those obliques on the left. Let's inhale it back to center and exhale other side, right ear, right hip. So again, rather than turning your face to look back at your hip, draw the ear back, create that C shape. We're still lifting out of those shoulders, activating those core muscles. Inhale back to center. Now just gently at the pace of your breath, side to side. Inhaling to center, exhaling to the other side. So it's just like you're wagging your tail. Staying strong through the core so that we keep that back safe. Let's do one more to the right. And come back to neutral. Core is strong. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, extend. Left arm, right leg. Keeping the hips side by side, lifting out of that right shoulder. Reach through those toes, really point your toes. Lengthen through the fingertips. As you exhale, press through that back heel, flexing your foot. Breathe. Spinal balance, or bird dog. As you exhale, release it down. Center your weight. Other side, inhale it up, right arm, left leg. Square the hips, reach through the fingertips. Reach to the toes, lift out of that left shoulder. Core strong. Now add a flex of that back foot, press through your heel. Just feeling how the stretch changes. Is it challenging for you to be on the opposite arm and leg? Should be. This is a great pose. Exhale and release. Now we're gonna up the tempo to match the pace of our breath. Inhale it up, left arm, right leg. Exhale it down. Other side. Inhale it up. Exhale it down, all the while drawing that belly button towards the spine. Just moving at your pace. Really working to keep that rotation to a minimum. We want to keep that upper body still, and it's just moving through the limbs. Last one each side. How's your breath? And release. Releasing your weight to that right hand, left arm extends to the sky, reach up as high as you can reach. Now as you exhale, sweep that left hand through, shoulder to the floor, side of the head to the floor, just above your ear. Rotate your body and extend. Right arm to the sky. Reach it up. Now your gaze can be right along the floor, or you can look up to find the base of your thumb, or lots of gray area in between. Spread your fingers and see if you can reach any higher. Can you feel that stretch in that upper middle back? As you exhale, release your hand to the floor. Press it back to tabletop. Center your weight. Now shift your weight to that left hand. Right arm extends to the sky. Reach up. And as you exhale, sweep that right hand through. Shoulder to the floor, side of the head to the floor, just above your ear. Rotate your body and extend left arm to the sky. Reach it up. High as you can reach. Again, where do you need to be looking for your neck to be happy? Slow your breath. As you exhale, releasing that left hand down, press it back to tabletop. Center your weight. Let's tuck the toes and lift the knees, just an inch off the mat. We're stretching those feet, the toes, the arches of the feet, the calves. We're engaging those core muscles. We're strengthening the shoulders. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, extend your legs. Shift your weight back towards your heels. Kind of a little baby version of our down dog. A little narrower stance between the hands and the feet. No worries. Inhaling it back to that hovering tabletop. Exhale and extend. Shift your weight back towards those heels. Inhale it back to that hovering tabletop. We've got one more. Exhale and extend. Hold here for just a moment. And let's gently alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Head heavy, face soft. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Take the gaze between your hands. Walk your feet in to forward fold. And relax the weight of the upper body down. Soft bend in your knees. Just every time we change, coming to a new pose, noticing how your body responds to that pose, how your breath responds. Initially, every time we kind of change it up, you might experience some resistance. That's totally normal. That's why we hold the poses a little bit, so that we give ourselves a chance and your body to recognize that you're not going to ask too much before it's ready. Let's bring the hands to the elbows and hold on. Let those arms be heavy. Let that gravity pull the weight forward, deepening the stretch. Now let's gently sway side to side. Little arc around the legs. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. Just let it sway. We come back to center, relaxing the arms, and ever so slowly roll it up. One vertebra at a time. With a big shoulder roll at the top, shoulders slide down and away. Do that one more time. Big shoulder roll up and back, shoulders slide down and away. And let's step to the top of the mat if you're not already there. Turn the palms to the front of the room. Tummies are tight, glutes are tight. Mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, giant step back with your left foot. Back knee to the mat if you like, otherwise knee stays off and we lift the arms, coming up to a crescent lunge. If that back knee is down, let the top of that back foot rest on the mat as well. Weight is heavy through those hips. If the knee's off, give a little push through that back heel. Core strong. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, turn to the right. Open your arms, big circle with those arms. As the hands pass by your hips, stand back tall, face forward. Now other side, we're gonna open to the left. Right arm forward, left arm back, big circle as the hands pass by your hips. Arms travel overhead. Do that one more time. Turn to the right, open the arms. Big circle as the hands pass by your hips. This is a little brain exercise too, so don't overthink it. One more time to the left, big circle. All the way around behind. Coming back up, overhead. Exhale, flow forward, hands on either side of your foot, lift your hips, sweep it back, extend right leg to the sky, and gently release it down. Inhaling to high plank or high push-up position. Hold your plank, shoulders right over those fingertips. We're going to inhale, coming forward to the tips of the toes. Now if you're on your knees, just stay on your knees. Come back to plank on the balls of the feet. Again, forward to the tips of your toes. Can you feel the strength in the shoulders, the forearms, the core, and back to plank one more time. Slide it forward. And back to plank. Lift your hips to down dog. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders towards your thighs, reach your sit bones high. And as you exhale, let your heels sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And as you exhale, let's sit to chair. Pull the hands to heart center. Now our feet are hip width apart. Our knees are not touching. Our chest stays tall. Core stays strong. Can you lift all 10 toes? I want you to feel like you're reaching your bottom back, like there's a chair just out of reach behind you. If you like, extend the arms to the sky. Breathe. Now stay low in that chair, circle the arms forward, around behind, all the way up tall. Now circle the arms to the back, big circle, all the way around behind, and again all the way up tall. Pull the hands to heart center, find a focal point out in front of you, shift your weight forward, lift your heels. Balanced chair, firing up those big muscles in the legs. Inhale, half lift, just half. Exhale and sink. Breathe. And slowly release the heels back down. Shift your weight back to those heels. Toes lift. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, giant step back with that right foot. Back knee down if you like, otherwise knee stays off. Arms come overhead. Again, if that back knee's down, we're gonna let that back foot, top of the foot, rest on the mat. Knees off, give a little push through that back heel. Find your breath, soften the shoulders. Now we've got those arm circles again, don't overthink them. As you inhale, turn to the left, right arm forward, left arm back. As the hands pass by the hips, turn back to face front. Arms come overhead. Now that left arm's gonna come forward as we open to the right. Big circle of those arms. And back overhead. We've got one more time each side. See, now as we're thinking of those arms, we're not thinking about the leg. We're strong through the core. Big circle of those arms. All the way overhead. And exhale, flow forward, hands on either side of your foot, lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down. Allow the heels to sink. Lift the sit bones to the sky. As you inhale, bend the knees, lift the heels, draw the bottom of your tummy towards the top of your thighs, and then as you exhale, extend the legs. Inhale, bend the knees. Bottom of the tummy towards the top of the thighs. Exhale and extend. One more time, bend the knees. Lift those heels, and then exhale. Extend the legs. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm high, lean in and reach. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, other side, lean in and reach. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, open the arms to a nice wide V as you gaze to the sky, arch it back. Inhale, reach to the sky. Pull the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Walk, step, or hop to high plank. Hold your plank. Core strong. Just breathe. We're on our toes or our knees. We're lifting out of those shoulders. Keeping those hips square. Take the right toes, tap them out to the side. Bring them back in. Left leg, tap them out to the side. Bring them back in. Now if you're on your knees, same thing. Tap out to the side and in. Out to the side and in. One more time each side. Right toes and in. Left toes and in. Crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. Sit it back to child's pose. Extend the arms out nice and long. Hips back towards your heels. Just relax the weight of the upper body. Slow, deep breaths. Let's reach that right hand back to the heel. Take a hold of that right heel. Left hand reaching back to the left heel. I want you to take a hold of those feet just as tightly as you can. Lift just slightly and kind of rock forward towards the top part of your forehead. We're going to come to rabbit pose. Take a big breath in and lift your spine towards the ceiling. Tuck your tummy. Draw that belly button in and up. As you rock forward, those sit bones lift off of the heels. We're opening through that upper back. Now gently release it back down. Retake a hold of those heels. Take a big breath in, and this time as you exhale, lift the spine, rocking forward just slightly. Kind of rolling forward to the hairline, appropriate as it's rabbit pose. And as you exhale, release it back down. One hand on either side by your face, and just gently press yourself up. Now we're on our knees, so if you need extra cushion, feel free to pull your mat back on itself to create like a triple layer. Up onto the knees, we're gonna come to camel pose. We bring our hands either as fists or blades behind the back, and we're gonna line our hands up on either side of our spine, right about hip height. So if we're in blades, fingertips are pointing towards your bottom. Those elbows are drawn back. This is a really nice way to open up the chest. Now pretend like I just wrapped a bungee cord around your elbows. So it's really drawing those elbows together. We're gonna keep our hips as though they're against a wall. So we have a tendency to kind of lean back. You wanna resist that and press those hips forward as you lift the chest and take your gaze towards the sky. So all the while pressing those hands, whether they're fists or blades, into the small of your back. Opening the chest, rolling those shoulders back. Breathe. Now if you're able to arch back to the point where you feel like you can release one hand to find your heel without leaning back, you're welcome to do so with both hands. Lifting the chest. Beautiful stretch for those pegs, through the front of the shoulders. Strong through the belly. Now you can take your gaze as far back as you like. Breathe. Bringing one hand back to the small of the back, and then the other, and then slowly rise. And sit it back to child's pose. Find your breath. We lift just slightly and walk the hands out to the left, reaching through your right fingertips and press your hips to the right. Relax the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through the center. And over to the right, reaching through those left fingertips, press your hips to the left. Relax the weight of your head. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through the center. Sit it back to child's pose. Find your breath. And let's slowly walk the hands back up. We're gonna come over onto one hip. Let's make it that left hip. And we're gonna move our feet over to the right, creating like a letter Z. And we're gonna work to get both sit bones to the mat. So this might not be the very best to you, and you might not be able to get that hip all the way down. It's perfectly fine. We're gonna do our very best, and we're gonna work towards that. Remember, this is your journey, right? So it's gonna be what's right for you. We sit up nice and tall, and your tummy and chest are kind of coming right over the center of your left calf. Arms just wherever you need them to be to feel comfortable as you can. Breathe. Now we're gonna sit up nice and tall. We're gonna work to keep that right hip down as we turn to over that left knee. We lift out of the chest. So just by adding that little rotation, it's gonna influence the stretch, both for your hip and that lower back. Does that feel okay, or do you need to come back to where you were? If that feels okay, we're gonna walk our hands forward out over that left knee. Now that right hip, yeah, it's gonna lift. So kind of a variation of our pigeon pose. Really nice stretch for that left hip. Nice release for that lower back. Just let your head be heavy. Now, of course, if you prefer pigeon pose, you are more than welcome to do that. Now we're gonna lift just slightly, and we're gonna walk our hands back towards center. So you're gonna line the tummy and chest more over the shin and come forward. So notice what that does to your stretch. If it's not great, guys, you can adjust. And let's slowly walk those hands back up. Now come over onto that left hip, sweep your feet around, and now the feet are off to the left. And we press that left hip towards the floor. You notice, does it feel different? So a lot of times we hold negative energy and tension differently in our body. Even though it's the same body part, it might feel different. So lift through the chest, lengthen through the crown of the head, sit up nice and tall. And just give yourself a second to feel what you feel. Now as you're ready, shift that left hand. We've got one hand on either side of that right leg. Lift through the chest, through the crown of the head, strong through the core to support us, and we're gonna slowly walk the hands forward. Just releasing the tummy down onto that right leg. Arms can extend fully out. You can have the elbows bent. You can stack your hands. Now that left hip is lifted, perfectly fine. Our focus is on that right hip for those glutes. But you might feel it different in different parts of your body, because we are all made very differently. Now inhale, lift just slightly, and we're gonna walk our hands towards center, coming right over that shin, your calf, and then just gently fold forward. That feels so good. So again, your arms can be really long, your arms can be bent. We want to find the place where our body just says yes and relaxes as best we can. And let's slowly walk the hands back up. Now come on over a little, weight on that right hip, and we're gonna draw that left leg around. So sitting cross-legged. So if that left leg in front isn't super comfortable, you can switch it up. Sitting up nice and tall. Reach to the sky. Exhale and release that right hand to the floor, left arm up and over. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward, reach it out. Release your hands, relax the weight of your head. Now let's open those arms out to a T. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Lift the palms of the hands and come up to the pads of the fingers. Take a big breath in and hollow the tummy and chest. Lift your spine towards the ceiling, tuck your chin. And as you exhale, release it back down. Walk your fingertips out, still on the pads of the fingers. Take a big breath in, lift the spine, tuck your chin, hollow your tummy and chest. Exhale and release it down. One more time, walk your fingertips out. As you exhale, lift the spine, hollow your tummy and chest, tuck your chin, and release it down. Circle the arms around behind your back, interlace your fingers all with the index finger and thumb.
Now let's roll those shoulders up and back and lift the hands towards the sky. Breathe. Now if it's better just to have all the fingers interlaced, that's fine. If you need to grab a hold of a towel, grab a hold of a towel or your strap. Breathe. A little tuck of that chin toward the chest. And then slowly release your hands down. Extend one arm out in front and then the other. Lengthen and reach, core strong, hinge it all the way up. And as you exhale, circle those arms around behind your back. Fingertips are going to point towards your bottom, palms resting against the earth. We press and lift those hips to the sky, rolling the shoulders back. Open your chest. Now take your gaze down towards your belly button. Inhale, lift your gaze to the sky, and then ever so gently release the weight of the head back. Can you lift the chest? And as you exhale, slowly release your bottom back down. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. One more time just to each side. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up and over. Keep that left hip pressing towards the floor. Inhale, both arms come up, reach. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. Release your hands, relax the weight of your head. Just checking in with that lower back and through those hips. Inhale, reach it out and hinge it all the way back up. Pull the hands to heart center. Release your hands to the tops of the knees. Draping the wrists over the knees. Bring your index finger to touch your thumb. Slow, steady breaths in and out through the nose. We'll let the mind clear. We feel the joy in our heart. A sense of gratitude for the mind, the body, and the breath, joining us on this adventure today, our practice to learn, to explore, to find balance, and to remain present, to be kind. We let the mind remain clear. We hold on to that sense of joy and gratitude to help us along the way today. Take just a few moments to allow ourselves to just be. And as we bring our practice to a close today, I always like to finish with a few words. These words are always something that you are welcome to take with you or let float by. Some days I feel like yelling at the world. Those are the days I look around, take a deep breath, and remind myself who's in charge. I make my life what I want it to be. Let's gently open the eyes, take a big breath in, reach to the sky, and exhale, pull the hands to heart center. I hope that felt great, you guys. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. If you're heading to bed, a restful night's sleep. But I always wish the very, very best for you guys. Take care of yourselves. And until the next time, the light in me honors the light in each and every one of you, which means Namaste.